Hello everybody, how are you all doing in this new year of 2025? As I'm making this video, fires are raging in and around LA. And I was horrified to see the destruction. Many people have said it looks like a post-nuclear landscape. Whole communities absolutely flattened, devastated. And how is that relative to or relevant to Fallout 4? This is Fallout 4. This is a house I've built here. Well, Fallout 4 is set in a post-nuclear world. But my building is in a very European tradition. Stone and masonry buildings. Which is deeply European. We simply don't have the tradition persisting of timber frame buildings that they have in America. Because of the fire risk. So timber frame buildings, until recently, I think more timber frame buildings are being created because the materials can be cheaper. But it became deeply unpopular as long ago as 400 years ago in Britain. Things like the Great Fire of London in 1666, which leveled the city, brought about new building regulations and restrictions, encouraging brick and stone construction, doing away with all the timber frame and so on construction of the medieval cities. So here I am in Fallout 4, just nosing around. I think it's particularly poignant because I had an aunt, well, she was a relative on my father's side, my father's family. One of my ancestors went across to the States. So I knew her as Cousin Marie. I don't know how many states removed she was from direct line lineage. But she lived in not far from LA at a place, I'm not quite sure how to pronounce it. It was spelt Ojai. But I think the J was not pronounced, so something like Ojai or Ojai. And of course I saw in the news earlier today that area, they named it was on the map, was now being evacuated because of the fire risk. The fires were encroaching on that neighbourhood. Where's a good place to look at architecture and buildings? Finch Farm now. Probably have to go into the outskirts of Boston Overland Station. But the dramatic difference between American domestic building, housing and so on, and European and British housing and house building. The fact that in America, timber frame houses are still built. Oh. The crashed alien spacecraft. Yeah. Follow the green blood. But this is a more typical style of American house build. You know, timber frame with lapstrake wooden cladding. In more recent years you might have aluminium cladding, or as we would say in Britain, aluminium. Boom. They don't actually tend to show the chimney columns here. Oh, do stop it. Trying to make a video here. Feel free to bugger off. But in news coverage of the various LA fires, you see that the whole neighborhood's completely flattened, and it's all buildings like this. I suppose more modern versions of this. The buildings tend to be covered in some sort of waterproof render, but it's still on a wooden frame. So the fire completely levels the building, leaving nothing but the whatever brick or masonry structures, which is generally the fireplace, the fire column. I'll have this lamp. Oh, do die, you know. Water tank. So you can see this wall is plastered on the inside. Among celebrities that I've interviewed that were resident or had residences in the LA area affected by fires was Mel Gibson and another actor, James Woods. They were both interviewed. I can't remember whether James Woods has lost his house or not, but Mel Gibson certainly has. And video footage of his house, it shows nothing but chimney columns and fireplaces and a few Steel girders warped by the fire. Everything else is down to the ground, just a pile of rubble. So not even as much as this. Now, my cousin Marie lived in that area for decades. Moved around a bit, but her last years were spent in this place. I'm not going to attempt to pronounce it again. I'm kind of glad that she's not around to see the devastation wrought by the fires. But it is shocking for someone from a European perspective to see. It's reminiscent, well, Mel Gibson said Dresden, but then, you know, that's a Second World War reference. Dresden was obliterated in a firestorm. I think it's more like newsreel footage of Hiroshima or Nagasaki after the nuclear bombs, after the A-bomb and hydrogen bombs were dropped. Where you have everything is absolutely flat, burnt flat, incinerated. Not nearly as much as this. But then they were all timber houses. The only standing buildings were masonry structures or concrete structures. Famously in Hiroshima, I think there's a building that they've still retained, had a domed structure, a masonry and concrete building. Anywho, short video. My heart goes out to all these people that have lost homes, thousands of homes, in fact, thousands of families made homeless, displaced. If only their homes had been built in brick and stone. With ceramic or slate tile roofs. These are all masonry buildings here. Most of my distant American relations live in the or lived in the Boston area, places like Lynn, Massachusetts, and Salem. Which is another connection for me with Fallout universe, particularly Fallout 4, which is set in, of course, the Boston area. Right. Contra Crossing, Finch Farm, East Boston Preparatory, Easy Downs, what do we have? Finch Farm. Slog. Kingsport. It's in this neck of the woods anyway, near Salem. I think Lynn, Massachusetts is supposed to be around here somewhere. I'll travel there. Going down. There we are. Going up and going down. And so here we are in Lynn Pier parking. Right here. Boom. Go on, boom. That's it. Good show. Who are they? Anyway, why the hell do Americans insist on these flimsy timber buildings, timber frame? Even the roofs are not fireproof. They have these shingles made out of tar paper or wood. But as fireproof as kindling.
That rubbish where you found
it. It's terrible to see the destruction of culture and art and so on. People's homes, people's memories, lifetimes.
Stop right there. Any civilian passing through here is required to pay a fee of 500 caps.
How about knocking some caps off the price?
400? Can you afford that?
Come on. You can do better than that.
350. Final offer.
Ooh, I feel like you're about to say a number I'm really gonna like.
Okay, there is no way I can take less than 250.
You sure I can't get you to drop some more caps off the price?
Listen, I'm not even supposed to be talking to you. I either collect the money or shoot you dead. Which will it be?
You sure I can't get you to drop some more caps off the price?
I'm a professional, so
Oh, I love
don't
this
have
game.
time for this.
Oh, well, you're just gonna have to die then.
I don't think so, pal.
Sorry about this, friend. Orders are orders.
And your friend. And your friend's friend. What about that? I can't get that thing over the distance there. Except... Anyone else left? Well, it's you. How do I get out of first-person perspective again? I don't know. No. Oh, I haven't played this for a while, as is probably evident. Boom. Biggie bada boom. So American housing, domestic buildings, timber frame, wood or tar paper shingles on the roofs, fire traps. Why do they insist on them? In tornado alleys, all these areas where tornadoes strike, again these buildings are utterly obliterated, flattened. They might as well be made out of sticks and paper. The three little piggies would have no trouble at all blowing them down. Have that. Troop Manor. A case in point. An old building. It's entirely wooden. A timber frame building with these sort of overlapping boards, wooden boards, lapstrake, whatever you want to call it. It's a bit like the clinker building of a boat, these overlapping planks, tongue and groove joins. If I were to set fire to this, there'd be nothing left but the chimney core and fireplaces. Are there any chimney cores and fireplaces here? Oh, might be nothing left at all. Whereas masonry, brick and stone, far more durable. Definitely far more fire resistant. Ah well. Thank you for watching this. for all those in the LA area, you know. What can I say? Hope you get a roof over your heads soon. Some kind of recompense for your loss. And for goodness sake, brick building, brick and stone, with slate or ceramic tile roofs. None of that flammable wooden nonsense. And take care and ta-ta for now. Like it if you liked it. Hate it if you if you wanna if you'd rather hate it. And thumbs up if you liked it. Subscribe if you want to see more of my videos. I do lots of stuff about building and structures. Again, that's why I'm making this video. It's a comment on structures, on buildings, building techniques. So like it if you like it, thumbs up the video, subscribe if you want to see more of my videos. And ta-ta for now. Cheerio!